大家好，我是小潘。这一集是要去找史坦纳先生。
I hope Grandfather remembered to take his medication this morning. He hates it when people treat him like he's sick.
要拿苛刻的那个义肢。这边门不能进去。
I'm not standing here because I'm happy, you know, miss. 还记得这一集要干嘛吗？
Tavern.
我们要去找那个斯坦纳先生，去拿那个苛刻的义肢啊。这个视角真是让我不知道走到哪里去。
Lost your way, pretty girl? If you need someone to follow you around town, just ask.
跑掉了。这边也可以360度哎。
Steiner.
这边为什么要360度？
Hello. Are you Mr. Steiner?
机器人欸，他刚刚那个。
I'm sorry to bother you, Mr. Steiner. My name is Kate Walker, and I've come to pick up the prosthesis for Kirk, the Yukel spiritual guide.
And well, dear Miss Walker, Dr. Efimova has informed me that the young man was not yet in any sort of condition to withstand the operation, and
他鼻
that...
子好红啊。
Mr. Steiner, are you all right?
It is impossible. That pendant you have around your neck. I would be very obliged if you would entrust me with it for a moment. Please, Miss Walker. Mein Gott! An XZ-2000 automaton heart in perfect working condition. A compensating spring memory. Pendulum ventricles and small mechanical pumps. Everything seems in excellent condition. Donnerwetter! Where on earth did you steal this, Miss Walker?
好凶啊！
I did not steal it. It's a souvenir. It's all I have left of Oscar, a very dear friend.
Ah, so. And yet I am actually very familiar with this type of precision mechanism. An infernal precision. Incredible, unique expertise. For this was a Vorarlberg automaton, Miss Walker.
Yes. It was Hans Vorarlberg who designed this object. Tell me, did you know him?
Oh, yeah. He
Oh,
even
yeah.
lived here a few years. We did a lot of work together. He taught me so many different things, you know. So it is useless to try and make up silly stories, Miss Walker. And I am afraid that I am not about to allow you to leave here as long as you have not told me the truth about where this object comes from.
这个阿公也疯了。啊？什么东西？再说一次。
Well, I'm waiting for any sort of credible explanation, Miss Walker.
Mr. Steiner, Oscar was a very special automaton. He inspired almost human emotions. But today he doesn't exist. He isn't dead, of course. Because what has never lived cannot die. Oscar was just dismantled. It had to be like that. All that I have left of him is that heart. A heart made of metal.
It's far more than just a heart, miss. It's far more like a kind of mechanical hard drive. A computer that is full of cogs, gears, and springs, but...
这个阿公身体不好，他呼吸不过来。
Mr. Steiner, are you all right?
My heart... need... my medication. Quickly!
Just don't move. I'll go and get your medication right away. Empty.
空的。
No medication in sight.
空杯子。
Make yourself right at home. Don't mind me. I just own the place.
不要这样。哦，天哪，好多柜子。
That could do him more harm than good.
这是什么东西啊？哦，厨房间。
No medication. No medication. Nothing that could help him. There's no point. Nothing that could help him.
这个不是。
Nothing that could help him. That could do him more harm than good.
这里面都没有啊。
My heart. I need my medication. Quickly.
$2小瓶安体疏通3荷拉斯胶质，每日服用，建议在下午时段。萨米廷大夫，萨米廷大夫，大夫，萨米廷大夫，大夫。
All that clattering must get really tiring after a while.
这边有东西啊。开灯啊！这只是开灯而已啊。啊
Fantastic!
太好了！
Fantastic!
什么太好了？
Fantastic!
什么东西太好了？可以360度。
Fantastic!
哦，船做的太好了。我拿什么？简报。核电厂的事件。这是在讲那个核电厂的事情啊。刚刚行吼你什么？刚刚行吼你？
Kirk's prosthesis, but it looks like it isn't finished. A woman's writing saying, "Grandfather, don't forget to take your medication 3 hours before dinner."
晚饭前
A
3
woman's
小
writing
时。
saying, "Grandfather, don't forget to take your medication 3 hours before dinner."
哦，我是很想睡啊，等一下，这边都没有东西啊。这里也没有东西啊。
Fantastic!
这边还可以360度哎。
Fantastic!
找医生拿药啊。他应该随身带药啊。 这边柜子都不行点。哎，这个。哎。可以打开，还要调这个。为什么要调这个？这边有东西要用，哎，调到整点，12点了。
All that clattering must get really tiring after a while. No medication in sight. No medication. There's no point. Nothing that could help him. That could do him more harm than good.
那可能只会害他更严重。
No medication.
这个铁锤
No way. Nothing that could help him.
看来是要出去了。
That could do him more harm than good. No medication.
应该都点过了吧？
Empty. No medication in sight.
So, you would abandon me to my fate?
不能出
I can't
去，
just leave him like that.
不能出去。哎，等一下，上面有东西，没反应。没反应啊！这到底是什么东西啊？那只剩一个可能了。这视角坏掉了，视角坏掉。是不是要把它盖起来？ 好快就卡关了。
All that clattering must get really tiring after a while.
我真的觉得只剩下这边了。
Empty. No medication in sight.
哎，动了。这只是拿来玩而已吗？这只是拿来玩的。这个有什么意义啊？
All that clattering must get really tiring after a while.
好像还是有少东西耶。为什么要
All
看这
that
个时
clattering
钟
must
啊？
get really tiring after a while.
等一下，这几点？每个时间都不一样。这到底是什么东西啊？是外面的吗？3:26。 嗯。我刚忘记我拿杯子。我刚开始在这个文件这边，其实我是要点我的包包啦。歌换了，代表我可能猜对了吧？现在我是要猜对时间，看一下文件。下午时段。我刚刚是不是有看到，就是他说要在晚饭前3个小时哦？可是我忘记我是看到哪一个写3个小时了。这个还是不能看。可是时间还是不对的吧？3点。
All that clattering must get really tiring after a while.
抽屉里面。
That could do him more harm than good. No medication. No medication. No way. Nothing that could help him. There's no point. Nothing that could help him. That could do him more harm than good.
没有。
No medication in sight. Empty.
没反应。3点到6点调看看。
No medication in sight. All that clattering must get really tiring after a while.
没有。5点。吓到我了！也太先进了吧！我5点是用猜的。我好神哦！我不知道会有小鸟跑出来。
Look at me. Are you satisfied? I just can't handle any aggravation anymore.
好，对不起，对不起。
Thank you for your precious help, my dearest Miss Walker. I'm afraid I may have judged you somewhat hastily.
Don't mention it, Mr. Steiner. Tell me about the prosthesis. I need to take it back to Kirk very quickly, if, of course, you agree to let me have it.
Yeah. I just have a few small adjustments to make. It involves very precise and meticulous mechanics, understand?
Will it take long? I'm sorry to insist, but I also have to give a hand to those unfortunate Yukels. I need to help them get across the lake with their herd of ostriches. I'm so worried about them.
Once the mechanical leg is at last ready, I can go to the clinic and bring back young Kirk to you. That way you only have to worry about what happens to the other Yukels.
你欠我人情。我没有想到那个时钟会那个，就是这么先进，把药倒出来。
You do that, Mr. Steiner? That would really be a great help.
So, perfect. But dear Miss Walker, are you aware of what lies in store for the nomads when they reach the other side of the lake?
You want to talk about everything that happened in Baranor 20 years ago.
How on earth did you hear about the story, miss? The authorities have always done everything that was in their power to keep this terrible business absolutely quiet.
I read the ship's log that Captain Obo wrote at the time. Tell me exactly what happened there, Mr. Steiner.
It has become a true hell on earth since the time of the last great ostrich migration.
巴拉诺就是那个发生核爆的
Please join
地
me
方。
downstairs for a moment, Miss Walker. I'll show you exactly what I mean.
你没有被那个小鸟吓到吗？
Look just next to the films there, Miss Walker. You should find a film on Baranor.
被我吓到。啊，使用？要使用什么？
That's not right. Let's try something else. It doesn't work.
可能是吓到的声音比较大吧。然后应该是要找那个放片子的东西。对啊，船长的本质应该是不可能的。 对啊。
Fantastic.
没东西。
When you found the old film reel, run it through the spool on the projector.
胶卷啊。
Tools that would have suited Hans.
连胶卷都要我自己找。对啊，要放给我看，还不帮我放，然后还要我自己找胶卷。
Baranor, the cursed city. Baranor, the martyred town. Baranor has been nothing but a field of ruins and desolation since a week after the explosion of reactor number 3 in the nuclear power plant. Baltimore is on the other side of the lake, sheltered from the prevailing wind, and fortunately it seems to have been spared from the deadly radioactive clouds. Our town was mobilized to go to the aid of our neighbors. Although our town teams were modest when compared to such a catastrophe, there were nonetheless among us some brilliant mechanical engineers. In record time, they developed a small army of automatons capable of helping the affected people. Those men and dogs of steel could go where a human could no longer set foot without becoming seriously ill. Over there, they could be excavators, rescue workers, and treasure bearers.
Oscar! They all look like him.
Truly magnificent pieces, Nishtvar. The XZ2000 model is most assuredly one of Hans's major masterpieces.
Their mission was to bring back any survivors of the catastrophe to Baltimore, where the victims would receive the best care in Dr. Zemyatine's clinic. The Crystal, the ferry usually responsible for linking the towns of Baltimore and Baranor every day, carried the new type of rescuers to the scene of the drama and brought back the survivors of the catastrophe.
So Baranor suffered the ravages of a nuclear accident. But according to that film, the automatons you designed with Hans should have helped save lots of lives, right?
I'm afraid that's not how things went. Because of Captain Obo, who... Ah, that must be Sarah. Please come this way, Miss Walker. I'll introduce you.
他们不是核灾生存者，他们是被那个欧伯船长抛下的一个部队，就是那个船长他抛弃了最后一批生还者跟那个去救援的部队，可能那个诊所两个都有啦。但是一开始玩的时候，我是跟那个就是执行那个任务部队的人说话。那欧伯船长他会抛弃那些人跑掉，是因为他说他在海中他看到了怪物。
Miss Walker, may I introduce you to Sarah, my granddaughter?
We've actually already met. Haven't we, Sarah?
I actually owe Miss Walker a candle. Thanks to her calmness and peace of mind, I'm still here and on my feet. She found my medication and gave it to me before it was too late. Donnerwetter.
You don't mean you had another attack, do you? Ah, you're being so very naughty, Grandfather. You absolutely must let Dr. Zamiatine examine you.
Come on, stay calm, my little child. When I go to the clinic to take the prosthesis to the young Yukol, I'll stop by and see the good doctor. Until then, why don't you make yourself really useful to Miss Walker? She's looking for some way to transport the Yukol caravan to the other side of the lake.
Well, I think I've already found the solution. The boat in the film, the Crystal, it must be the ship that's docked in the port. If it was able to transport the automatons you and Hans built, it could carry the ostriches across the lake.
Ah, that's not a bad idea. But unfortunately, there's a slight problem of size, dear Miss Walker.
什么东西及时？
What on earth do you mean?
Obo became a poor wreck when he simply abandoned our automatons in Baranor. The coward now drowns his sorrows in vodka. He's convinced that he fled because of the monster in the lake. Heh! Apparently, the imbecile saw the monster, Himmelgott.
对啊，及时
So he
拿
went
药。
back on his tracks, abandoning all the automatons in Baranor, as well as the people they were there to rescue.
Grandfather, I know you're still really angry with Captain Obo because he abandoned the automatons that you built with your friend Hans in Baranor. He was supposed to wait for them. They were going to take all the survivors they found in the rubble to the boat and then bring everyone here to safety in Valsambor. But in the end, when he got to the beach at Baranor and saw the disaster and all the dead, he became really afraid. The disease, the radiation, he must have had an uncontrollable panic attack, so he immediately turned back, dumped the machines on the Crystal into the lake, and came back empty-handed to Valsambor. And the automatons have been there ever since, in hell. But who knows? Maybe today he'll want to sell. I'm sure Kate will be capable of convincing him to help the Yukols. I have to go do my waitressing shift in the tavern. Come by and see me later on, okay? Captain Obo will be there.
他要把机械人偶都丢下船哦。
All right then. I'll try and convince Captain Obo. Thank you for everything, Mr. Steiner.
I don't know if I really should wish you good luck, dear Miss Walker. Baranor is only an open grave now.
对啊，我没有及时拿药给他。看他在干嘛？
What exactly happened in Baranor?
An accident in reactor number 3. Negligence. Faulty maintenance. What do I know? Anyway, one spark was all it took, and then total chaos. The rare survivors were brought back here to the Valsambor clinic.
So you and Hans decided to build an army of automatons to help all the people who were left behind still stuck in the rubble in Baranor.
Yeah. Hans thought that helping the town that had opened its arms to his amusement park was a duty. And we would have managed to do it in the end, too. If only that coward Obo hadn't left our automatons to rust because of his so-called lake monster. The evil monster of the lake. Stories to scare small children with, Miss Walker. Not an excuse for cowardice. Mein Gott.
啊，他好生气哦！
Are you still angry at Captain Obo for abandoning your automatons?
打扰他工作。
Yeah. Hans and I put an awful lot of energy into making them all, you know. We thought of everything.
How so?
Our automatons were designed to tirelessly go through all the rubble, piece by piece, in search of survivors. Administer first aid, and then take them back to the beach so that they could be safely embarked on the Crystal. But because of Obo, None of that ever happened.
How did you meet Hans Wahlberg?
I met dear Hans when he had just arrived here in Valsambor, 20 years ago.
What was he doing in the region?
Oh, he didn't seem to have any particular reason. Always traveling. He stopped off here and there, then left again when the feeling came.
Thank you for your help.
他不理我。
You take care of finding a way for the ostriches to cross the lake, Miss Walker. I'll finish the prosthesis and take it to Kirk.
OK OK。Goodbye。 这个人在干嘛？
Impossible! I don't believe it! He forgot to leave it open again! Kirill! Kirill! When I get my hands on him, this time he's really going to get it! I don't like that new waitress working in the tavern at all.
他们在说沙拉哎。
It's kicking off near the town hall. What with her grandfather being an old friend of the nomads and the way she turns the customers' heads, there's no way Sarah Steiner can be anything but trouble, I'm sure.
哦，嫉妒。
I don't like that new waitress working in the tavern at all.
他嫉妒人家比她漂亮。这边不能进去哦。不行。
No Yukons in Balsamore! The shopkeepers can't take it anymore! The shopkeepers are on strike!
There've been 10 thefts from my shop since those savages showed up! Mr. Mayor, who's gonna pay?
Mr. Mayor! Do your job and come out onto the balcony! The voters want to talk to you!
这些人在抗议耶。
Excuse me. What's happening here?
Isn't it obvious? We're demonstrating against having the Yukon nomads parked on our doorsteps.
But what for?
Since they came to Valsambor, there's been no end to the shoplifting and vandalism, and on top of that, their souk is taking our customers. Mayor Bulyakin has to do something, and fast. We're not leaving until he receives our delegation.
But why won't the mayor talk to you?
Because he's a schmuck. He wants the nomads to continue their migration as much as us, but he's too afraid of annoying his higher-ups. And while he's gaining time by playing both sides of the board, we're watching our sales go through the floor.
The authorities are asking the mayor to prevent the migration from continuing? They want the Yukos to stay blocked in Valsambor?
That's what people are saying, but if you want my opinion, the only thing the mayor is waiting for is someone to get rid of those savages without him having to get his hands dirty.
People are getting more and more excited here. It'll be a riot if it goes on.
Listen to me, please.
哦，这上面没有东西。
The shopkeepers are on strike for the first time in ages. That's not good business for anyone, if you want my opinion.
Oh, 绕回来了。乌鸦刚刚好像是飞到我的那个我的画面前面。啊，我停住了。我刚刚画面停住了。
Looking for cigars or some hooch? I'm even cheaper than the nomads.
酒馆在哪里啊？我现在要去找那个欧博船长。
Everyone's been surly the last few months.
I don't have any coins. Too bad.
那个是什么？
I don't have any coins. Too bad.
应该是在这边吧。哦，到了到了。
The captain is just there, next to the fireplace.
Captain Obo?
What do you want? I'm Captain Obo, and I command this here crystal. She's a damn fine boat.
催促。
Come on, Captain. Put your bottle away for a second and listen to me. I need to use the crystal for a crossing. Your ship is big enough to take the entire Yukon caravan. And so I need you to... are you okay, Captain?
对啊，我爸会咳嗽。
Why are you being... My God, why are you being so mean?
你干嘛这么凶？
So you too, you're going to tell me I'm nothing but a gutless drunk too. Go ahead, I'm used to it.
No. Of course not. Now.
Don't bother. Just leave me the hell alone, little lady.
I don't believe it.
Huh? 长崎欧博船长。
The lake is haunted by a demon. It's watching me. Waiting. I can feel it.
什么是长崎欧博船长？
The crystal took across more travelers ever than any other ferry from Baltimore.
That shape there in the water. What is it?
It's been hard to sell our produce since the port closed. And now those nomads show up and undercut us.
The monster is lurking at the bottom of the lake. That's where it sees what's happening on the surface with those red eyes.
长 藏起欧波
All
存
those
在。
youngsters trying to act smart to impress the Steiner girl. It really gets to me.
Is everything okay, Kate?
Not really. I'd like to ask Captain Obo if the Yukon caravan can go on board his boat to cross over to Baranor. But I can't get a straight answer. He's completely sloshed.
I'm sorry, miss, but I really think you're wasting your time. He's getting drunk again to forget his crimes, like he always does. To forget he wasn't brave the way a captain should be. Can you believe it? In Baranor, he just picked up and abandoned his passengers. And I know, he'll never want to see that cursed place again.
I'm not sure that's true, lad. Even if he does drink a lot, the captain's a pretty good guy. Say the right thing, and you may be able to convince him.
If I'm ever lucky enough to find him sober, even for a moment, I need that drunkard to listen to me.
Maybe I can help you with that. I'll make him one of my famous small restoratives. After that, he'll want to sleep for 3 days, but at least his mind will be clear.
感觉是下药。这个好像在呛他。
What do you think of that, then, miss?
I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much, both of you.
Don't mention it. The way the Yukols are treated here is an absolute disgrace, so if we can help out...
Has Captain Obo taken the crystal out of port since leaving Baranor?
He's been far too drunk ever since then for that.
And anyway, the port's been closed since the tragedy of Baranor 20 years ago.
Do you think the crystal is still in sailing condition after all this time?
I'm sure there'll be a few repairs to do, but Obo never stopped keeping it in shape, you know. He loves his boat, despite everything.
Who knows what became of the victims and automatons the captain abandoned?
No, everybody hates the captain for that. But nobody volunteered to take the helm of the crystal in his place to pick up the survivors. If there are any left in Baranor, they're all dead now, that's for sure.
Grandfather says that the automatons would have broken down really quickly with nobody to maintain them.
Eh, 刚刚那个船长说他逃走后也没有人愿意去接，所以部队跟那个最后一批生还者被留在那里了吗？
Do you know why Captain Obo fled Baranor?
哦，那个
He
大
must
妈
have
好
been
抢戏哦。
completely traumatized by what he saw there. The catastrophe, the victims, and then the radiation. He unloaded the automatons on the beach, but he didn't expect they'd bring the survivors back right then. He just cracked, completely snapped. Full astern and goodbye all. Can you even imagine?
Afterwards, he came up with that story of a sea monster appearing and attacking his boat.
Yes, the old legend of the monster of the lake. Convenient, isn't it? Go see the captain. Sarah will bring you the restorative when it's ready.
哦，所以诊所那些应该都是那个，就是不是部队，是那一些核爆的那个患者，就是被那个辐射影响的患者。
Take this, Captain. This one's on the house.
My God! This piss water unbattens the hatches, swabs the deck, and opens the portholes. Hello, miss.
My name is Kate Walker, Captain Obo. We met each other earlier.
To what do I owe the honor of your presence at the table of the regrettably famous Captain Obo?
哄他。
This is good news, Captain. You're back at the starting block again. You have a new beginning, a new dawn.
Now that's a good show of spirit, Miss Walker.
你烧到痒处
What will
了
you be。having now? It's my round.
瓦森堡需要。
So what? Nothing more to add then.
I'd rather you listen to me. You're my only hope of finding a solution to my problem.
学那个他喝下去之后的声音啊。
Do tell me about it, please, miss.
Because the Yukels and their ostriches are stuck here in Valsumbor. It's causing a serious problem among the people in your community. Plus, the nomads have to continue their great journey. Only you, Captain Obo, can defuse the situation by taking them on board the crystal.
那个太难了。
You're very wrong, Miss Walker. Everybody will tell you that I'm incapable of giving a hand to anyone.
你怕了？等一下，为什么这边会亮字？
Right.
I should use what I read in the captain's log to convince him. I can't let him start feeling sorry for himself. I've got to shake him out of it.
Why are you still here if you don't want to talk?
如果失败会怎么样？
If you were one of my sailors, I'd have totally keelhauled you.
Poor Captain. I think a little sympathy might do him some good.
Right. Go on. Ignore Obo, the gutless wonder.
I took a look at your logbook, Captain. I read what you wrote when you fled Baranor.
So in that case, you know what I am, right? I'm damned and rotten to the core.
Let me tell you something, Captain. I know that you need to redeem yourself, and I just may be able to help you do that.
How in the hell?
Take the Yukel caravan to Baranor in the Crystal. The migration must go that way.
Baranor? That's impossible. You can't go to there anymore. Never again. Too much happened. Too many died. But also there, in the water, I saw the hellish red eyes of the monster of the lake. Beast as big and long as my boat. Ask your Yukel friends what they think about it. They call it the Kilak, the evil spirit of the lake. The devil guarding the doorway to hell.
Captain, I think it's time for you to clear your head of all these fanciful stories designed to scare people. Everywhere in the world where the water is deep, people have come up with legends designed to keep children safe. Come on, get up, Captain Obo. Show me what you're made of.
Miss Walker, first of all, I have to say that you're an incredibly stubborn woman. I'd even say that you're a real, Anyway, I'll stop there. But I get it.
And what am I to conclude from your appraisals?
有啊，有看过啊。
All right. You can get your gang of little savages and board the crystal.
诶，他载我们诶。
Oh, thank you, Captain, really, with all my heart. And thank you on behalf of the Yukels.
Oh, but be careful now, Captain Girl. You're not there yet. There are two conditions, and they aren't negotiable. First, we stop by Narodas. It's a little town just a bit south of Baranor. That will mean we avoid the most radioactive zones, but it won't actually take you too far off your path. And second, we also sail by day. I'm not going to finish up on the lake monster's plate. And it sleeps during the day. The beast is usually a bit of a night owl anyway.
I accept, Captain Obo.
In that case, all hands on deck now, sailor, because we've got work to do before we can hoist the anchor.
Come on, Kate. You hurry off and meet with the captain before he changes his mind. I'll go tell Grandfather to join you on board the Crystal with Kirk.
Thank you, Sarah.
我刚刚一直很想要选说你怕了，可是他又亮那个另一个选项。
I was sure the captain would end up by saying yes.
我就怕说，哎，我选你怕了，然后游戏又要重跑。那我们现在去那个甲板那边。 可是你要想哦，他刚刚那个选项一直在亮哦。我来看一下这个。它这个，它只有一个让你选。狗狗在客厅啊。甲板是，甲板是外面吗？啊？
洗澡啊？
我等一下啊，我10
点多啊，哥，等一下。
好，刚刚是我妈开门，现在是我爸开门。甲板应该是这里吧？不然还有哪里？啊？听到就听到了，但是不要在那个，不要在聊天室打出来。还是在这里。
Nobody. Nobody.
我是不是走错啊？哦，找到了。
All right, Captain. How are the preparations going?
There's quite a bit of work to do before we can hoist the anchor, Miss Kate.
Maybe I can help you out with something.
Well, the coal needs to be stocked up. As for myself, I'll look after getting the water tanks ready to be filled. Take this. It's the code you need for entering the hangar where the coal is kept. You actually need it to use the crane to load the coal onto the crystal. Don't forget to open the storage hatchway first.
What do I need to do in the hangar?
That's where you'll find all the coal you need for the crystal. One container should just about be enough. And don't forget to use the entry code for the crane that I just gave you.
How do I open the hatchway to the coal storage on the crystal?
Just turn the wheel on the ship's bridge, sailor.
What do I need the crane for?
This here is for loading all the coal you get from the hangar onto the ship. Use the code I gave you so that you can access the control post.
I'll take care of that, Captain.
We need to set sail as soon as possible, so better hurry up.
密码是多少？0509。
Turn the wheel on the bridge to open up the crystal's coal storage tank. You'll need to use that code I gave you if you want to enter the hangar and use the crane. Take the coal that's in the hangar.